Alexi is one of the producers at Battlefield, and to my knowledge, worked on a lot of the Portal stuff. She was the one who was in the presentation talking about Portal for the launch and said, I'm going to talk about the server browser later today, but first I want to understand everyone's reason for wanting server browsers so that I can better understand and explain what we're doing effectively. They have basically said that there's going to be a server browser for Portal, to my understanding, but a lot of people still really want it for the main game and mode. X Factor put one of the biggest things that gave longevity to Battlefield was custom servers and the browser. Wanted no explosive big ticket metro? Done. Wanted big map only with instant vehicle spawns? Done. Wanted conquest size small infantry only? Done. Each community brought something to the table. You knew what to expect, and you learned the names in the games, a true sense of community building, which is equally important. The thing with Battlefield 3 and servers, I could be wrong about this as well, but this was all, you had to buy a server in order to even run these. Guys, exclamation mark drops doesn't do anything. Do we still have the link as well that it just sends and says that it does nothing when that pops up from it? I should put that in the title again. That's what I did yesterday. You guys just spam nonstop, bro. No drops. Code giveaway. Yeah. I think I already have the other thing there, so I'm just gonna put no drops. As fun it is to farm comments from everybody and just get free engagement, whatever. I'd rather have a good chat that I could read, you know? All right, each community brought something to the table. You knew what to expect. Right. So I think this is still doable as long as we have a server browser on the other thing. All of these, in fact, you would need Portal to do any of these things. These would not be official playlists. But he's just answering the question that she's saying is about server browser. What do you want from server browser? So understandable. For me, it's essential for communities to host what they want, where they want. I think the best solution is to give the server browser and split them between base game and experience. Cairo Rush 200% tickets 24/7 versus heavily modified Portal experiences.
No drops.
Two
Show
separate
Twitch.
tabs is
Smiley face emoji.
an underlying server browser. And this is essentially what even people were saying earlier today. They want me to run a 24/7 Operation Firestorm only fast respawn server, which sounds beautiful. That sounds great to me. And I think realistically, there's going to be a world where you just run normal server. You run normal rules. You run the normal Battlefield 6 official rule set, but you just set a certain rotation of maps where it's big maps only. So you could constantly do helos, for example. Even if you don't set it fast spawns for choppers or whatever, you could still just set it so it's only those maps that play on rotation. I think that serves a lot of the purpose. At least in the Twitter post, but too many people are posting it? Okay, yeah. Maybe just change it so it says no drops. Or I don't know. Anyways. Okay, so I think that's a fair essence of it. Was there any other key things? Choose your own adventure. Don't want server browser. Hated it. I hope there's no server browser. The popular maps will be having all the players, and then I feel like you're playing unpopular maps, and I just, join the one with like 10 people. I think it's important for smaller regions, too, that they can actually find games, because if you try to play Battlefield 4, for example, right now, let me see if I can pull this up. There is so few maps that are actually running that if you try to quick play into like air superiority or a large map, you sit there, wait a couple of minutes, and it says no games exist. So you have to keep clicking through all the different playlists to even figure out what is even playable, and then you find out that it's nothing. But by having a server browser, here, I have to close out of 2042 to do this. I'll open that back up in a second. I'll just show you this as an example. In the past two, Battlefield 3, I think Battlefield 4, the server browser was just on a URL. I think they put it all actually into the app, because before you would do it, I remember doing it on an actual website. I bookmarked the website and did that. How long have you been using this headset? Probably like a year, maybe a little over a year. I've been liking it. It's definitely a bit expensive, but I do like it. All this is loading. Prince, Trippy, Pocket, Jin, God, Astro, thank you guys for the subs. Welcome in, Jim Wall. It's good to see you with the 200 stars. Always appreciate you, man. Steezy, G-Pen, Wildy, also, thank you for the huge subbage. Diego, appreciate you. Fellow, also, thank you for the sub. Yeah, the battle log. Is that what? I think that's what it was called.
Teamwork, make a dream work.
Loki missed the web browser age, too. Yeah, they put essentially all of the games now into this one thing, and I don't think it's as good personally, but it is what it is. So these are all of the servers, for example, that are on NA right now, which is not much. I should say, I think these are NA No, I think this is all NA because look, there's a couple that are 100 ping. And these are all the ones that are going for Battlefield 4 right now. So if you wanted to find a server, you don't have to just click try and queue in because you're never going to get a game. There's not enough people that are even playing the game. And so if you're in a dead region, having server browser is good so you can just see what's actually available to even play in the game. If you try to do a Conquest Large for something that doesn't exist, it's never going to queue. Now, a bit of that is remedied.
Battlefield 6 has a lot to answer for. Just ordered my first gaming PC as I finally want to take the plunge. Romantic face emoji.
Bro, if you I had my first experience on PC for Battlefield with Battlefield Hardline, and it was one of the reasons I loved that game. I know a lot of people hate Hardline. I loved Battlefield Hardline, but that was my first like from launch experience on a PC, and I loved it. So Battlefield usually, I don't know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens at launch, but usually they do make a good PC experience as well. So we'll see. Okay, here's more lobbies just popped up here. So I don't know if these were just refreshing into a new lobby or something, but yeah. Hardline's gunplay was really good. Yeah, there was a lot of limitations for it of like how many guns there were until you got the weapons license to use the robbers and cops weapons on both sides. Then it opened up a lot more content for you. But okay, nonetheless, that seems like a good overview of what to expect. So, okay, then this was her follow-up response, August 2nd. It says, feels like the most important things are persistent servers, a sense of community and a way to play together, being able to choose specific maps and modes, being able to filter by ping, server, and fullness. Something, too, that I noticed I could do on this, but I couldn't do on 2042, surprisingly, was I could set the filter region to be NA, and then I could sort off of other things as well, like ping. So I could sort by two things rather than just one. Because I'll go back to 2042 now, and maybe it's a skill issue, but I only saw one way to sort the servers on 2042. So I'm hoping that it's a better server browser experience on this than on 2042. But we'll see. I'll open this up and we'll take a look. But being able to find specific maps and modes, for sure. Being able to filter by ping fullness, for sure. And support for low pop regions. Yeah, exactly. But this says it's a 3-part tweet. Okay, here's the second part here. All right, I need this to go away. Open, please. 2042. All right, I'll just move it to the other monitor for now. I think our server browser solution answers all of these wants. Let me find it again. Yes, it's via portal and shows community experiences, but these can award full XP. And this is the, I think, key point within it. Will be front and center in our main menu, not hidden, and will allow you to filter and search for specific things that you want. Now, I do think there could be potential issues with like quick play, SBMM, sure. I honestly think that there is benefit to SBMM. In that it protects players against players that are mega sweats and can put you in a more casual lobby with other people. I do think that is a realistic thing that is good for casual players in the health of the game. As much as, I want to just dumpster on everybody and get super high kill games, realistically, I think the data and the reason all these games do it, there's probably a reason there. You could probably hate me for saying that, but I think it is what it is. And if they still have a server browser front and center, with full XP, I think there's still going to be a lot of people that then just, again, create an official rules server. Here's a base official rules server. You can go play that. Avoid SBMM.
Been a big
Heck, if it's your server, ban everybody who's doing good.
For BF6.
People do that. Album you also. Welcome to the squad. Caney, 10 months of the subbage. Grim, Fred, thank you guys. Would that not serve everything? Do you need to have every single server that's actually online? Like official server, publicly available as a server browser? Am I coping? Am I agreeing with them too much? I feel like you don't, though. Like if I wanted to just go search through every single official server that's actually going, I feel like that'd be way too many servers. I'm coping. No, you don't. Maybe if there's low pop. I could totally see that. If there's low pop, if you could then see all of the public servers that are actually going and official servers that are actually going, that makes sense to my point earlier of where you're trying to queue into it. I feel like you're never going to get to playing. I really hope I get to play games today. I really do. Fred, thank you. At least, thank you as well. Are they really making the people that pre-order the game wait till open beta? I thought you were supposed to be able to play on the 4th. No, not until the 7th is when the early access is. And I don't know if you get a code for pre-ordering. I don't think you do. Yeah, I don't think it's a pre-order thing. Point 3 and 4 become very, very important when you're hopping in late night or during non-peak hours. True. Or late stage, like you just saw with the Battlefield 4 servers there. Seeing all the servers is nice. Although I think those were all just custom servers too. Maybe that included all the official servers. I think Battlefield 1, maybe it was 5. You could see all the servers, but I didn't really use it that much. Or when the game's starting to age up, connecting regions with low players, maybe you can move it up. This is not a priority list. Okay, I don't know if he was saying that as a priority list. I think he was just mentioning those points. Okay, and then her final point, though, let's see. Again, more to share on the future, but seeing all the replies, I think what we have caters to the majority of the cases. We can talk about why it feels different later. But to even Rivals X Factor's point was like, that does let you build the community as long as you have the server browser and can create. My question is persistent servers. Because if I could create a persistent server, maybe like a couple persistent servers of 24/7, fast spawn, whatever, or whatever we're playing, like say we do a custom stream of a race or something, and I make this server, and then I could just leave it. I do a video on it, and then I could leave that server up 24/7 so people could just queue in on it. That sounds pretty ideal. Did she post anything else about the server browser yet? I don't see anything else. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what else comes of it. Because that last post was on the 2nd. But it does sound like they have some solution. I don't know. It seems like what she's saying, at least, is that it should meet most of the expectations. Not everything, but it should meet most of the expectations, which I think is as much as we can hope for right now on that. Okay.